Welcome back to another video with the Rusty Nuts here at headquarters, Simpson. Yeah, Dave's here. Mindy's here. Mindy's broke. Of course, it's a classic car. So, in here, just this bit here, as you'll have seen in the short, maybe if you've seen the shorts, broken. We're getting geared up for road trips and the like. It's probably worthwhile to fix it. So, in here, my little garage, you will see, we have a part from SU themselves. That was bloody expensive.
Did you get it direct from them?
Direct from SU, yeah. It was chuffing expensive. And all it is, let me show you. It is quite comprehensive, I suppose. So it's the top mount, the float itself, and the needle, and it comes with a seal as well and a gasket. So I suppose in the long run, actually, it's not bad. But that was £90 delivered. But the carburetors are over £1,500 for repair. So I suppose, realistically, it's not a bad price.
A bargain.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be a long job. He's said this before many times and they've turned into an absolute saga, but it should be quite straightforward. 3 screws, take it out. The hardest part will probably be removing the old pipe out of the tube.
Yep.
But I reckon we've got this. So let's get on. Hi there. So I'm trying to find the tools. Now, because we're not at Mick's workshop, I've been so used to using his tools, I open my toolbox and go, oh. But I'm sure somewhere I've got something that will maybe do the job. Yes, that'll do. It's not snap on. So what I'm going to do first is just remove this fuel line, because we've got part of the fuel line is still stuck. The hard line, sorry, is still stuck in the end of the fuel hose. Just there, whether you'll see it or not. Just in the end, there's a bit of the copper fuel hose still attached to it. I have got some new.
You can see it in there, can't you, where it's snapped inside?
We'll show you better when we take it off. In fact, I'll take it off anyway and show you. Oh. Yep, screwdriver. But I think I'll probably replace the fuel line anyway, just for peace of mind. Even all of my screwdrivers are crap. Where's my snap-on one?
Is it in your bag?
I think it's still in my bag. We'll have to make do with whatever they are. Probably Halford's finest.
Halford's is fine.
Halford's is absolutely fine. I rate their tools very highly, in fact.
I like their socket sets.
Yeah, I've got, in fact, they're all on offer at the minute.
Are they?
Yeah, they're all like 50% off for the Easter holiday.
That is pretty good.
Hashtag just saying.
Yeah.
There appears to be a dog at the window. Their advanced toolkits are brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, I got that little Imperial one when we had Oscar.
Yeah.
And that's been brilliant. Like, I use it all the time.
They're just great. The tools are all right. If you break anything, you just take it back with your receipt and they give you a new one. I've only snapped. I know. I think I've only snapped one spanner, haven't I? Yeah. Took it back and they just swapped it.
What, an advanced one?
Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah. Just took it back, it didn't even ask for a receipt, they just swapped it. I suppose the clue is the fact that it says Halford's on it. So this is the main line from the fuel pump. So on this particular one, it comes fuel pump, which is this doohickey here, comes through here into the fuel filter, which is very pretty. back out the fuel filter.
Malpassy filters.
Yes, it's very pretty. Comes out here and then back into the carb, where it feeds into this carb and then through this pipe into the other carb. And the issue is the fuel line has snapped at the point where it joins. So we should take this out, take the oil filter out, and that's it. That's basically the bit that's broken. You can see it snapped just there.
Yeah, you can see the pipe in it.
Now I have considered drilling this bit out and putting new brass pipe in, but I don't know how successful that'll be. Or maybe even removing that one and putting a new bit in. So what I'm going to do is keep this and trial it, see if I can actually repair it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Might be a nice little project.
Yeah, separate sideline jobby.
We were just admiring the clips.
Yeah, so that's what's been fitted to the carb after they were rebuilt by Birmingham Carburetors, I think it was. Very nice chap, he did it in a shed in his garden.
Did you get that done?
Yeah, yeah, I did it. So they refurbed the old ones, and I kept a second set, and then only recently sold them, and then it broke. Go figure. And then this is the overflow. So if the needle stops working for whatever reason and the overflow is fuel, it points it away from the very hot exhaust.
Yep.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had to do on Oscar. Remember, because Oscar's was overflowing onto the exhaust.
Which is not good. And then we've got the new part just here, with a new seal, new gasket, which is nice. So
it's nice how their branding's like just still looks
exactly the same
as it always has done.
Yeah, so Zenith Carbs, from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Zenith Carbs and SU Carbs is now the same company.
Ah.
And I don't believe it's the original company. I think they amalgamated at some point and then were bought out by a foreign company. I'm not sure who owns it now, but
is it right that the S stands for sausage?
I think that's possibly a myth set up by my brother, but I don't know whether it's true or not. But apparently it stands for Sausage Union, and they used to make sausage grinding machines before the war, and then their attentions were turned to making carburetors for planes and vehicles. How much of that is true, I don't know, but it's a cool story.
It probably sounds about right, doesn't it? Because I guess in the war
everything was moved over to other things. So
interesting.
It's possibly true.
Maybe one of our lovely subscribers can tell us.
Maybe so.
Or viewers.
Maybe they can tell me whether my brother's taking the piss or not.
And if you are a viewer and not a subscriber, maybe consider subscribing. It's free.
It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny. There's no catch. All it means is that you get to see our videos on your feed. So it's not a bad thing at all, is it? And why not check out our new merch?
Oh yeah, I think, hang on. I have some Land Rover merch on here.
Because Land Rover. So, now we've taken the old one off, we've put a new pipe on, new gasket on. It should literally just be a case of plugging it all back in. The overflow pipe I'll put on first because it's easier. Like so, and then we feed this down the side here so that it points that nasty hot petrol that it's bound to leak, it might leak, away from the hot exhaust, because hot exhaust and petrol doesn't tend to mix. Okay. Oh, since working on Land Rovers, everything's so easy to get to, and well, some things apart from those bastard bolts, but this is actually quite difficult. So, best thing I've found when doing these is just try and get one screw in first, not all the way home, but just in a little bit, just to hold it in the right location. Because if you drop one of these screws, it disappears into the abyss.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite a cramped engine bay.
It is a very cramped
classic
engine bay, yeah.
And you look at like Moggy's, Oscar's engine bay.
Well, I mean, if you remember when I did the Moggy's engine, when I rebuilt that, the front end, you took the front end off and just lift the engine out, you could actually get in the engine bay and work around it. And obviously with the Land Rover, especially with the 2 1/4s and the 2.5 diesels, there's loads of room. This is quite a cramped little engine bay, considering it's quite a small car in the first place. And then you cram a big 1500, I say big, it's not really big, but a 1500cc engine in this tiny little bay, it suddenly gets full, especially when you've got 2 big SUs on the side of it. So that's in. The link pipe goes onto that one just like that. I like these clips, but they're a bit of a faff. Get on, get. Not at all frustrating. No, it's not at all frustrating. It's maybe an upset Liam moment. Flippy neck. It's just they're not really wide enough. There's actually a proper tool for these. It's like a wide set of pliers, but I don't have any. 'Cause I just like to struggle. Connect the fuel line, screw that up, hopefully not in a bad way.
Time for a fire up.
I reckon so. Good thing with this is that we can just turn the ignition on and it'll fill the fuel chamber, so we'll be able to see if it's leaking.
Yes.
It's been on charge all winter, so now is the time as any. Where have I put the keys? So the ignition on these little midgets, if anybody has got one, is in a little bit of a tricky area to get to.
Oh gosh.
It's right in between your legs basically. Yeah. So trying to get your key in is quite tricky. So I fitted an electronic fuel pump to this because the mechanical one was driving us nuts. It kept failing. So I've put a electronic German-made fuel pump on it, which is probably why the English stuff isn't working, because it's having a bit of a... Anyway, we won't talk about the war. So I can turn the ignition on now. It should engage the fuel pump and then fill the float bowls, and we'll see if there's any leaks. That's the starting point. Don't appear to have any electricity. Oh, there we go.
She's gushing.
Oh, leak.
Ah, there.
Yeah. Oh, the smell of petrol.
Does smell delicious.
Now this fuel has been sat in here as well since October. Yeah, so it's it should still be fine, because I mean modern fuel is not very good, but 6 months shouldn't be that much of an issue. 6 months? Is it 6 months? Not quite.
So we had a little leak on there.
It's the outlet of the fuel filter.
Yeah.
So it could be that the fuel pipe around here is degraded, so we may have to snip it, and the ignition barrel isn't working properly. Sweeping out of here.
Is it coming out there?
Yeah.
Or is it running down?
No, it's running down. It's coming from this bit here.
We were saying about these clips earlier.
Yeah.
But they're good. Still dripping, isn't it? I know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cut there and we're just going to replace these clips for Jubilees. So these are proper fuel clips. They're quite tricky to get hold of. But I picked up a load at a show of various different sizes. Pipe clips, I suppose, rather than fuel clips, but ever so good because it clamps equally around the pipe, whereas a Jubilee clip tends to peak at the top or twist. So let's do whatever all this stuff that we've just done, let's take it all apart. The good news is I didn't see any fuel coming out of this, so
no, that looked all right, didn't it?
Yeah, and considering that the fuel pump started to stop, means it's primed and pressurised, so that's good news. So these clips are usually very good, but you can see what it's done, it's ovaled the pipe, so it's not giving you equal pressure around the pipe. So if I put one of these on and just show you, hopefully it will give you an idea. So you see the oval, as soon as this starts to clamp up, it should go circular, he says. See, if Andy was here, he'd have brought me a knife and fork. You see how that's gone more circular?
Yep.
Because what it's doing, it's clamping equal pressure around. QC's here. So that's gone, never to be seen
over
again.
there somewhere.
We'll keep them for prosperity because
One of the benefits of videoing everything is when you drop things.
you know where it's gone.
Yeah. Where did that go?
That is true.
Slow-mo.
Okay. Right, just make sure that there's no splits in that pipe because that would be devastating. There is not.
I bet that's an expensive pipe.
It's very expensive, but I tell you what, if it broke, it would be replaced with a bit of rubber.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need to be like that, does it?
No. That's an issue. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute twat bag to get to. Well, this one is more important, as this one is actually under pressure. The other one is just a bleed. So, I'll get this one nice and tight. It's a shame I haven't got another two of those really, could replace the other side, but I do not. And the worst case scenario is we'll have to, if this still leaks after this, we might just put a bit of rubber pipe across the two.
Yeah. Yeah, because you only need two then, don't you, rather than all of them.
And if it doesn't fit quite right, I'll see if I can get one of the smaller ones onto it. Seems quite tight. Still weeping.
Not a split in the pipe, is there?
Well, I mean, that is always a possibility. Okay, so I have got electricity. This is good. Yeah, it is still seeping, I think. Yeah, very, very slightly, but it is weeping. So, yeah, I think the pipe may have perforated. Let's see if I've got enough fuel line. I do have the 8mm stuff, which isn't technically correct, but
It's almost perfect.
yeah, it's weeping from the copper pipe. I mean, it's not terrible. Problem is the fuel's come up to pressure.
Sounds like it's squirted, didn't it?
How's it go?
I think they'll have to recreate that again.
It's a one-time only.
Yeah.
That may have clamped up now, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because the fuel pump's kicking in and out. So, next thing to do is, will she start? Now,
I think she will. Although she is a bit of a pain, isn't she?
yeah, viewers of the channel that know Mindy will know that she's got a bit of a temper, and she's a little bit more moody than the wife. Actually, she's temperamental, and sometimes, virtually every time I try and start it, it has a little bit of a fit and just won't run.
Mix will be out, timing will be out.
Yeah, even though
Will be out.
nothing has changed, nothing has been touched since the last successful run out, something will be wrong. Now, Mindy, behave. Choke. Ready? Now, bear in mind, the starting procedure of this car is quite complex. Some have said it's actually more complex than starting a jumbo jet, and I have to agree. But you can't just pull the choke and turn the key. You have to pull the choke, turn the key, and let it run over and over and over for about 10 seconds. Then let the choke off and try again, and it should start. Should. It's never done that before. Never. Ever, ever has it done that before. It started without having to take the choke off. Well done, Mindy. So you may have heard a rattle there. That was this wire here, which is for the thermostat, for the electric fan. It was touching the normal fan. Pulled it away, it's fine now. Running like a dream. It's never started that well, ever.
Sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, very, very good. So we'll let it come up to temperature now, and then just check for leaks, and I think job's done. We'll come back to you in a minute. Tyre pressures now. We have one tyre that looks a little bit low, so I'm just going to check around them now and make sure that the tyre pressure is as it should. Handily, I think I've got it written somewhere. Yes. 22 front, 24 rear. 24. 22 and 24. It smells so good.
Well, she started back up.
So this is good news. It may look like we've got dirty hands and a bit of dab on since you last saw us. That'll come up in a new video soon. So Just let her cool down a bit, restart it, and now we're going to just run it round the block and make sure that she drives. Yay.
It does just put a smile on your face, doesn't it? I feel like my arse is scraping the floor.
It's not far off it, especially with 2 fat lads in it. Well, 1 fat lad.
Oh, it sounds great as well. Oh.
Smooth clutch concentration. Seems to be running nice.
It is running beautifully. Do you know what you need? A Manaflow exhaust.
I do need a Manaflow exhaust. If Manaflow would like to send me an exhaust, I would love one very
Hello,
much.
Manaflow. Oh, it is running beautiful, that.
Yeah, it's running nice. And incredibly, that's only 30 miles an hour, which is the legal limit around here. It feels so much faster. Pop, fart, bang. We'll do another lap.
Yeah.
Just make sure all the slow moving stuff is good.
And mind that child.
Don't skid on a kid.
I've never heard that one before.
I haven't as well.
Don't skid on a kid. That sounds a bit wrong.
So, it seems that we may have fixed Mindy. It was a nice simple fix, which is good. So, thank you very much for joining us on this little video of bringing Mindy back out of hibernation after she's been in for the last 6 months during winter. And the Carcoon has kept it nice and dry. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please remember to give us a little like. And don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Have a look in the link just below for all of the usuals, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.